Though I am a Christian man, I have long forsworn any contentment in its primitive superstitions. The mysticism, the rituals, I know they are all articulations of a deeper, material act. In older times, it was seen that the older of the scientific world and the perfection of God's plan confirmed each other at every turn. Well, I still believe this to be the case, although in quite an unorthodox way. My lifelong work has been to find the origin point of man's fall from grace. It has taken me all over the world, but I believe I am closer than ever to finding the truth. I am heading deep into the ocean, into a region they call Gaspar's Zone. I have everything I need in my submersible lab. I hope to find some answers soon. Soon I will tread out on the holy seabed, where the Spirit blew life into the increate mantle. I have lit my path with the submersible's lights. It is a blessed day. Before I leave, I ought to fill up my tank and grab some nets for specimen collection. I'm going to need both if I'm going to do my research. Even with my lights, it is still quite dark out here. Well, as long as they are on, I'm sure I'll be fine. I just have to remember that the entrance back into the lab is the furthest spot south. I must remember that the live specimens will try to evade me, but I should not give up hope, as they cannot swim too far away. I must also remember that if I sift at one position, it would be a waste to sift there again until later. I should try to find one live sample via my net, and also 2 samples from sifting. That should be sufficient for now. Time to begin. May God guide me. Hello everyone, this is your pilot speaking. This is Water Womb World by Yames. I do like Yames games, the style is wonderful, and overall, it has a great feel to it. I highly encourage you to check out and play their games yourself. Around 14 minutes in there is some light body horror. You only see the hands and the eyes from the mirror. So if that is something you're uncomfortable with, this was just a heads up. Again, it is fairly light. I have been blessed with a bounty to research. It is time to go back to the lab and begin. I can barely contain my excitement. All my life's work has led up to this moment. Even though I have been down here but briefly, I can feel God working in my heart and opening my mind. The original sin of man, the original temptation, was that God opening the mind too. I am alone here, but I feel the comfort of the Holy Spirit and a connectedness to all things. The human being was made in the image of God, a divine mirror of creation that was made imperfection by our sin. I can feel it sometimes in the strangeness of my body, as if I was once connected to the source and severed from it. Well, as I have said, I should get to work.
Adamite skull. Partially fossilized remains of a son of Adam. Contains 5% ancestral corruption. By approximate calculations, this human lived for about a millennium, and was born 10 generations after the primeval fall. High bone density suggests aquatic lifestyle.
Fascinating. This was extremely close the source of Genesis to the birth of all creation. They lived to be very, very old, and only have just a trace of degeneration. The bone density. Yes, one of the pillars of aqua-Edenic studies is that early man lived underwater. Countless generations have passed since such a time, and form the sons of Adam take now is very different. I can only imagine what it looked like to be so pure, so near the state of grace.
Dive mask, production date, mid-20th century. Rubber-skirted dive mask ornamented with various crystograms, biblical inscriptions.
This mask would prove that I am not the first to explore Gaspar's zone. However, this area is entirely remote, meaning whoever was here for a purpose. Judging by the crucifixes on the strap, I imagine explorers were sent here by the Church. There are certain divisions in the papal conclave who are in the know, but some would prefer to occlude the truth from the world. Were these explorers eliminated by more traditional factions, and what did they discover? Where are they now? I'll take a look at the next sample.
Ancient fish. Carbon dating estimation. 10,000 years. Laser vivisection yielded fish fed on native coral forms. Hypercalcified bone structure, tensile strength matching modern metamaterials.
Amazing. This fish may have very well been alive during the time of the pre-deluge patriarchs. But how? Some of suspension of space-time, or some biological declaration of the aging process? I must conduct a more extensive search. Soon, I should go out for more samples. What was that? A whale? It sounded even bigger. I should go check outside. The lights are out, damn, but something stirs in me. O Lord, even in this darkness, I know you are with me. Your word is a light to my feet and a lamp to my path. Guide me.
Son of Adam, I beseech thee. Your forebears abandoned the tree of life and ate of the fruit of knowledge. You walk a contrary path. You will leave this place, or you will exchange one life for another. Die as a man, or join God in full flesh. To hear the voice of your God is to return originward, back into the womb where words would fail. Know this now. I am but his created messenger, this is all I know. Son of Adam, I beseech thee. I beseech thee. I beseech thee.
An angel, an emissary of the Lord. Amazing. Their visage even matches the description in the deciphered Genesis Apocryphon. To see such sights, can it even be possible? But what did their message mean? Full flesh in God? I can't postpone my search any longer. I am closer than ever, and I will find the truth. I must find more samples. Time to change it up. I ought to find 2 live specimens, and 1 object in the silt. I feel I barely even need this oxygen underwater anymore. I am closer to God than ever. Interesting. This coral's color is similar to the one red pigmentation I found in that ancient fish. I should collect it. Excellent. Now I ought to go back to the lab to begin my research. It has been interesting, swimming down here. The dark and gloom is almost a comfort to me. I am reminded of Moses seeing God in the luminous dark, the undifferentiated infinitude, incomprehensible to the created mind. But I believe I can know God, and I will know God. It is strange, perhaps it is just exhaustion from my swimming, but I feel a bit dizzy. A beatific lightness has entered my mind. The knowledge I have gained over the years seems to fly from me. Just at the moment, I am learning the ultimate truth. Well, there is nothing to do but press on.
Deathless fish. Cross-analysis with previous fish sample, fish age exceeds previous estimations. Born sometimes in Jurassic period. Cellular growth abnormal, almost completely still. Stomach contents reveal more native coral forms. DNA contains proto-human proteins.
This fish is even older. Amazing, almost impossible. There is some common link between this life form and our own. I notice as well, this fish, as well as the others, are lacking eyes. Not unheard of among fish of the deep ocean. But even blind fish can sense the difference between light and darkness. These fish lack that capacity completely. And more of that odd coral in the gut. What does it mean? There must be some thing. All of the sudden I feel...
Deathless fish 2. Unknown morphology. 50% of sample consists of coral pulpy. Age again exceeds multiple geological periods. Secretion of unknown substance. DNA contains proto-human proteins.
So impossibly old. The ancient of days. Time seems to spiral out in front of me. The divine plan, imprinted in all things, how old is it? This fish seems to be near the origin of life itself. I'll take a look at the next thing.
Red coral, origin, unknown. Error. Studied with proto-human neuron, hyper-capable of creating consciousness field. Womb of God. Error. Error. Error.
What does it mean? I can barely read this. My own sight seems to be failing. Perhaps decompression sickness. But it seems greater than that. Like the symbols of the world are falling from their place. I feel so... The light. Another angel? Oh Lord, I can feel your love.
What a womb world. Womb, hunger, I am hunger. Go and join angels, join God. Must find it. More. More. What a womb world.
That's it for this video. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you staying with me as I played this game. You don't have to come back. I'm truly thankful for the time you gave me, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Don't forget to get some water, a snack, and be safe, bud.